Skinny Hardaway, Southern T, back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I'm here with I'm here with a bit, not necessarily breaking news, but I'm here with some news, right? And I'm also here to give my little piece on what I think about the news. I ain't gonna take up too much of y'all time today, no more than about anywhere from about 8 to 15 to 30 minutes on this jump. I no longer than that because the night baseball game's about to start, and y'all know I got to get going for that thing. But this is about the WBC and Devin Haney and the situation with their championship belt. We all know Devin Haney and Vasil Lomachenko just faced off not too long ago. Right after that fight, Devin Haney said that he will probably more than likely be moving up to the 140-pound division. Everything has stayed fast to what has been said. It's looking like now Devin Haney is about to move up to the 140-pound division and fight Regis Prograis. And in doing so, Devin Haney has asked that he be able to keep his WBC title while he takes his move up to the 140-pound division, right? Now, this isn't an uncommon thing that Devin Haney is asking for, right? When you think back just in recent years, they allowed Vasil Lomachenko to do the same thing. They allowed Canelo Alvarez to do the same thing. Normally, right, when a champion moves up in a division, they have no problem. You know what I mean? Letting them keep their titles and fighting their division. That is literally how the franchise title was invented. But a lot of people forget that the franchise title was actually invented, for said Devin Haney. Well, for Vasil Lomachenko to avoid fighting Devin Haney. You know what I mean? The franchise belt was born because Devin Haney became Vasil Lomachenko's mandatory, and Vasil Lomachenko, he didn't even want to move up and challenge for a title, right? He wanted to stay in the same division and fight somebody in his same division for a title, and they gave Vasil Lomachenko a franchise belt and allowed him to be champion in recess while he take on Teofimo Lopez in the same division, giving Devin Haney the outright championship at 135. What Devin Haney is asking is, could he maintain his championship status, move up to 140, have a fight at 140, and then come back down to 135 and continue to defend his championships. Now, in a slick kind of way, right, without really saying it right, the WBC basically denied Devin Haney's request to keep his title, and they made him champion in recess. Now, champion in recess, it kind of just like puts a hold on a division, on said division that is in, right? Because the champion in recess is still considered the real champion. He never lost the belt, but they're going to go give another title. They're going to go give out another title in the vacant fight. So you'll have the real champion, Devin Haney, and you'll have a vacant belt title winner between Shakur Stevenson, and I did an EP earlier, right? The WBC is going to go vacant while Devin Haney fights at 140. They made him champion in recess, but they're still going to, basically put the belt vacant, and they're going to have a fight for it. So in just a fancy right kind of way, they basically stripped them and said you could be champion in recess, go up there and fight, and come back, and you will have first dibs at the title at 135 for when you come back. I personally think that there's blasphemy, and it has nothing to do with Shakur Stevenson. It has everything to do with the WBC. As I just stated, the WBC allowed take one of them back in the house. As I just stated, the WBC allowed Vasil Lomachenko. The WBC allowed Vasil Lomachenko to keep his belts and move divisions. They allowed Canelo Alvarez to keep his belts and move divisions, right? So I'm just a little confused. I'm just a little confused as to how Devin Haney. I'm just a little confused as to how Devin Haney asked to be granted, right, the same tokens, right, that the other undisputed champions were gifted, and he was denied, right. This basically just shows you a lot of the It basically just shows you a lot of the injusticeness in boxing, right? What's good for the goose ain't good for the gander. One guy can move how he wants to, and the other guy can't. Both guys reached their elite status. Both guys reached their elite status, and both guys earned their undisputed. But one is being given the luxury of moving up a division to fight different opponents, while the other wasn't even moving up a division, staying in the same division, and he got a franchise title. My thing is, this could have been the perfect time to bring back the franchise title, right? Give Devin Haney the franchise, let them fight for the title down there. But instead, they make Devin Haney champion in recess, and Devin Haney being champion in recess means that there's going to be a vacant title fight for the WBC belt, while Devin Haney moves up to the 140-pound division to fight Regis Progris, and more than likely it's going to be between Shakur and Vasyl Lomachenko, Isaac Cruz, or Frank Martin. Now, Vasyl Lomachenko has already stated once before that he had unfinished business, so there's a chance that he may not fight Shakur Stevenson. What I'm thinking is Vasyl Lomachenko and George Kambosos are going to face off, right? And their vacant WBC title is going to be left between two people. There's 3 names on their list: Shakur, Vasyl Lomachenko, Isaac Cruz, and Frank Martin. We know Isaac Cruz. Already turned down Shakur Stevenson once. He's holding out for that Gervonta Tank Davis fight. So he's not going to be too quick to get in the ring. With Shakur Stevenson, as he already stated. But still, Lomachenko is looking like he's on the crash course with George Kambosos. So the only other name left on their list is Frank Martin. We very well could be getting a Shakur Stevenson versus Frank Martin fight sooner than you think. Also, I saw on Twitter somebody else had came on there and they said the exact same thing I said earlier. I didn't say this to Shakur. I said it, on my show earlier. I was like, man, them other people probably ain't gonna fight Shakur, so we could be looking at Frank Martin versus Shakur. Somebody else went on his page and said, Lomachenko don't want to fight you, bro. Frank Martin, you should go after Frank Martin. That's the fight that we all want to see. And Shakur Stevenson said, if Vasyl Lomachenko say no, that's going to be the first person that I go to. You know what I mean? So I ain't seen nobody rap about that yet. I'm gonna rap about that probably tomorrow, right? But he said that if this Lomachenko thing don't work out, then Frank Martin would be the first guy that he turned to. So depending on how this Vasyl Lomachenko, George Kambosos, rumored, work out, maybe Vasyl Lomachenko do decide to fight Shakur Stevenson for the WBC title. You know what I mean? But depending on how that work out, we know that if that fight come through Frank Martin, once that fight hit Frank Martin disc, we know Frank Martin ain't the one to turn that fight down. So we very well could be getting Shakur Stevenson versus Frank Martin for the vacant WBC belt, right? And Devin Haney is named champion in recess, so meaning when he comes back down, he'll be first in line to fight the winner of the vacant fight, whoever that fight may be. In the contenders for the vacant fight is Shakur Stevenson being number 1. WBC already said they're going to allow Shakur Stevenson to hold that position, and they're going to offer the fight to Cruz, Lomachenko, and Frank Martin. But I just think it's bullcrap how Canelo and Vasyl Lomachenko, was given passes to move up to divisions and fight for championship belts. They were defined as chasing greatness and daring to be great. But when Devin Haney do it, he's forced to take the champion in recess tag. You know what I mean? But that's all I got for y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all a little too long. Make sure y'all slide through the chill section. We go get these lays in, make these plays. Money on the dresser, hoes it dope. Money on the float. Y'all know how it go. But Skin the Hardaway Southern T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But just the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love.